Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning comes out this week in theaters, and part of what makes this franchise so special is its immaculate stunts. The Mission Impossible franchise knows how to do action better than practically every other action franchise out there. So to celebrate the release of MI7, let's talk about the best stunts that this franchise has pulled off over the last 27 years. And there are a lot of them, so instead of making a ranking, let's talk about my favorite stunt from every Mission Impossible movie, starting all the way back to Mission Impossible 1 from 1996. My choice for best stunt in that movie is the Langley wire heist. Even though the wire heist isn't the most spectacular stunt on this list, it set the stage for what the Mission Impossible franchise has become known for, and since this stunt, every film has been tasked with trying to top the first one. From a technical standpoint, it's pitch perfect, and to make up for a lack of danger is an increase in suspense and tension as Hunt has to remain quiet the entire time. But while he's trying his best to remain quiet, the guy upstairs is doing everything he can to hold onto this wire with his weight. Plus, Cruise's Ethan Hunt is sweating in the scene, and if a drop of sweat hits the floor, he's done for. So from start to finish, the Langley wire heist is a suspense-driven stunt, despite not being the most dangerous of the bunch. In Mission Impossible 2, my pick for best stunt is the free solo climb. Well, this seemed really dangerous. Apparently, Cruise didn't want a safety net below him, and this worried the crew for Cruise's life. I don't blame them. What was Cruise thinking? All he had attached to him were these small wires? But what if they broke? There is a scene in here where he jumps from one rock to another. They easily could have broken with his weight in that sequence, but Cruise is a professional and had luck on his side. So with all those risks, that makes this climb even more impressive, and it shows the lengths that Tom Cruise took to make this scene feel real. To take things further in this sequence, there's a part where Cruise is holding onto the rock with one hand, and you keep thinking, he's gonna fall to his death. There's no way he's surviving. It never happens, but Cruise does a great job of making you think something bad is about to happen. As for Mission Impossible 3, my pick is the skyscraper swing. I'm not totally sure how real this stunt is, but in terms of spectacle, this is the third movie's biggest stunt. You're left on the edge of your seat as Cruise jumps from the top of one skyscraper, swings below it, and then as he reaches the top of the other skyscraper, he detaches himself from the wire and falls on the rooftop of the second skyscraper, hoping he'll land safely. But of course, to up the intensity, Cruise begins to slide down the skyscraper before stopping himself at the bottom. Now, Mission Impossible 3 is a weird movie because none of the action is particularly phenomenal, despite being a great movie with tons of action and fast pacing. But if I had to pick a set piece where it had potential to be mind-blowing, it would be this one. It shouldn't shock anyone, though, that my favorite stunt from Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol is the Burj Khalifa scale. Speaking of skyscrapers, Tom Cruise scaled the tallest building in the world in the fourth Mission Impossible movie. Tom certainly had a lot of guts for attempting this stunt, and the same goes for the film crew. I have no idea who would agree to film this scene from that high up. It would give me nightmares for life. But it's without a doubt a masterclass in action filmmaking. From the moment that Hunt is forced to use just one glove for stickiness instead of two because the other one malfunctions and he flings it off, or when he uses speed and weight to swing himself back to the team's level, the scene never loses steam. But what's crazier, scaling the world's tallest building or hanging onto a plane as it's taking off? That's a good question. The answer is, you're crazy for attempting both. This isn't my personal favorite stunt of the franchise because it's mostly just Cruise hanging on for dear life, but it's still impressive nonetheless and life-threatening as ever before. I feel like with every new Mission Impossible movie, Tom Cruise just looks at the script and says, what action set piece could we add in here where my life could be in danger the most? But my favorite Mission Impossible movie, Mission Impossible Fallout, gets two stunts chosen by myself because the stunts are just that good. Now, I love great stunts, but what I love even more is brilliant cinematography. And the Halo jump achieves both. Cruise and Henry Cavill skydived in one take, doing something I've never seen done before. But obviously the scene is much more than just visually breathtaking. It's one of the most suspenseful action sequences I've ever seen. The intensity reaches new heights after Cavill's walker becomes unconscious from a lightning strike below, leaving Ethan Hunt little time to save him before they hit the ground. If that scene doesn't put you on the edge of your seat, I think you need to see a doctor, because every time I watch it, I feel like my heart is going to explode. But in my opinion, the helicopter dogfight in Fallout is truly the cream of the crop in stunt work. First off, the madman Tom Cruise flies a helicopter by himself in the scene. Secondly, the team performs numerous dangerous maneuvers in the sequence. And then finally, they fly these helicopters through mountains. How much more dangerous can you get than that? Talk about extreme. This was the perfect final set piece for a movie with such high stakes, and the ending lives up to the name Mission Impossible. Alright everyone, so those are my picks for the best Mission Impossible stunts in each movie up until Mission Impossible Fallout. I can't give you my pick for the best stunt in Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 yet because I haven't seen the movie, but I will see it this week and my review will quickly follow. Of course, I want you all to let me know down below in the comment section your pick for the best stunt in the Mission Impossible franchise, and also, what's your favorite action movie stunt of all time? And as always, if you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.